Guys, I thought the difference in the game tonight was the live ball turnovers we had. We had 16 turnovers, 10 of those were live, and that turned into 15 points. And then on the offensive glass, when Tennessee shot, they offensive rebounded 52% of their balls. And so their offensive rebounds turned into 13 points. I understand we're going to have turnovers, and I understand we're going to give up rebounds. But we gave away 28 points in those two categories. I thought we did a lot of really good things. Multiple players did a lot of really good things. But we have to control our live ball turnovers better, and we can't allow an opponent, regardless of who that opponent is or where we play, to get more offensive rebounds at a higher percentage than we do defensive rebounds. I'll take any questions you guys have.
Yeah, hi, Buzz. I just wanted to ask you if, when you are down like 14 and cut it to 1, and then they had the run after that, you hear that sometimes making the run and getting back even expends, takes so much energy that it's hard to maintain. Did you feel like that was an issue with y'all at all at that point in the game?
I thought we played with incredible fight, and not to over-diagnose it. 2 timeouts in the first half, 2 timeouts in the second half. All 4 that we used were on their runs, Olin, and their runs were coming off of our live ball turnovers or their offensive rebound putbacks. And when we made runs was when we weren't turning it over at that high of a rate, and when we were finishing the possession with a defensive rebound. In both halves, we lose in the second half by 2. I know that's the run that you're talking about, but when it got to 14, it was because we started the second half with a live ball turnover, which turned into a layup, a live ball turnover that turned into a layup, and then a miss that turned into an offensive putback. So we're down 8 at half, and they scored the first 6 points, all 6 coming out of those 2 categories. Timeout. The reason it turned into a run by us is we stopped having live ball turnovers to an extent, and then we weren't giving up offensive rebounds at the same clip that we had been. All 4 of the timeouts were based on runs, and their runs were coming from those 2 things.
Thank you.
What beyond the X's and O's, what was kind of the message to the team after the game?
Nobody feels sorry for you, me, any of us. If you give the team the ball 10 times and they shoot layups, that equates to 15 points. And if you defend your guts out, but don't finish with a defensive rebound and they get it and score bunnies, and that's 13 of their points, that won't work. That won't work against a team that's good enough to play in the Final Four. And an environment like this, that won't work at home, no matter who we play. Those numbers we have to do better at. We scored, Travis, our OER was 1.11. We made 21 free throws. Wow, really good, really good. But if they're going to shoot 90% on live ball turnovers that turn into transition, and they're going to shoot 80% on offensive putbacks, that's why they shot 50% from the field. But they're getting 28 points from those 2 categories. That's 28 of their 90. That's literally 33% of their points. That doesn't count what they did from the free throw line. Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Do you see this as more of a maturity thing or an execution thing simply, or both, or how do you kind of wrap those kind of turnover situations?
Discipline and toughness were the 2 things that I said to them in regards to those 2 categories. You have to play with higher discipline, and you have to play with higher toughness level, and you have to do it from start to finish. This is hard, but you can't give them. We created 17 turnovers. That's great, but we gave them 16 balls and 10 of them were live. We got 12 offensive rebounds. Our guards have got to be more in the fight. We only had 6 guard rebounds. We need that number to be in the teens. They were averaging 27 threes. They shot 26. There's going to be a lot of long shots that equal long rebounds. And it can't just be one-on-one in the paint to rebound. Those guards have got to get back in from the perimeter to be in the fight in the paint so that we can gain possession.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.